Greatness can come from anywhere.
I draw inspiration from the Filipino people and to God and my family. Hard work is the most difficult things in boxing.
First of all, prayers up for Damar Hamlin's lessons on his family. Going through this difficult and traumatic time. But let's get into some boxing. What if Manny Pacquiao and Errol Spence fight is finally made? Oh my God. You talking about a fight that'll shake up the boxing world and probably the world, because Manny Pacquiao is global, baby. You talking about the Philippines probably going crazy. We seen Errol Spence come out and say in April he is back in the ring, but no opponent has yet to be named. Recently, we also seen that Manny Pacquiao was talking about he's ready to come back out of retirement, possibly fighting on Rising. Now, I told you guys before, Manny Pacquiao, mind, body, and spirit, and I believe this wholeheartedly, was in tune to fighting Errol Spence Jr. Manny Pacquiao was in the best shape of his life, man, mentally, physically. I mean, he was focused on Errol Spence Jr., but then bam. Errol Spence supposedly got hurt, you know what I mean? He had the eye injury, had to back out of the fight. And you look at what Sean Porter did to Errol Spence. In my opinion, Errol Spence's toughest fight to date is when he fought Sean Porter. Sean Porter, he put hands on Errol Spence. If Errol Spence did not catch Sean Porter with that shot and make Sean Porter's glove slightly touch the floor, he didn't knock Sean Porter down like Terrence Crawford did, but he made Sean Porter's glove slightly touch the mat, which ultimately was a knockdown in the sport of boxing. So if you're a busy, active fighter, you know what I mean, energetic, and you can punch, you can give Errol problems, you know what I mean? And what you think Manny Pacquiao is. Even at the latter stage of his career, Manny Pacquiao, he still had hop, still had fast hands, and most certainly still had power, as Adrian Broner, as Keith One-Time Thurman. So even though Manny Pacquiao, I believe, is a man, I think Manny like 43 now or something like that, I think Manny Pacquiao still has one good fight. Who knows, maybe two good fights left in him. That would be a great fight. Errol Spence said he doesn't want any tune-ups, but you look at the top competition in the welterweight division. I mean, Crawford just fought. He's adamant about not fighting Keith One-Time Thurman. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he fought Danny Garcia. He fought Eugenio Ugas. Sean Porter is retired. Jerron Butsinis, he's about to fight January 7th on Gervonta Tank Davis undercard. So, I mean, who's he fighting? I mean, as far as welterweight, it can be anybody in the top 5. You know what I mean? Virgil Ortiz is about to fight Imantas Stanionis. Speedy Rashidi Ellis, he's also about to fight.
I don't even know what to say, bro.
But Manny Pacquiao versus Errol Spence, I think that would be a super explosive fight. Manny Pacquiao, he still wants that Floyd Mayweather fight. Will it happen? Who knows? And that will still be a great fight. But looking at Floyd, how he looks in those exhibitions, like Floyd barely be training. You know what I mean? I mean, yes, he looked good on the mitts. He always looked good on the mitts. He will always look good on the mitts. That's just one of the things that, you know what I mean, Floyd Mayweather does. He's a showman. Like Manny Pacquiao can still go in there and put on a show. Manny Pacquiao is still a draw. Manny Pacquiao still puts asses in the seat. Manny Pacquiao is still one of the hugest paydays that you will ever receive in your life. So Errol Spence, the PBC, I mean, if they really wanted that fight, I'm sure Manny Pacquiao will sit down and he can hash it out. Manny Pacquiao said he wants to test Errol Spence Jr. He wants to test Terrence Bud Crawford. So MP Promotions, Manny Pacquiao and Company, Sean Gibbons, like, I know these guys will sit down and I know they'll hash it out because Manny Pacquiao wants that fight. And if Errol Spence, if he's ready to fight, I don't see why a fight of that magnitude cannot happen at this point. You know what I mean? It ain't nobody under the boxing sun will complain if Manny Pacquiao and Errol Spence decided to get in the ring. All that Manny Pacquiao was 40-some years old, all that crap will go out the window. This is Manny Pacquiao.
People crazy.
8-division world champion, has fought the best of the best. Manny Pacquiao is the only fighter that I know could think of that even in defeat, not only is he gracious, but Manny Pacquiao has never hated on his opponent, has never complained anything, even after he got knocked out by Marquez. But I told you guys, look how many rounds, look how many fights it took for Marquez to finally land that shot to put Manny Pacquiao down. You know what I mean? It's not easy to defeat a Manny Pacquiao, but anybody can be beat. And just because you're undefeated, maybe there's somebody in the gym right now training to defeat you. You never know. So that's why you give people opportunities. That's why sometimes you have to risk that record to really test your mettle and say, you know what, let's see if I'm the best. And when you're fighting these young, hungry lions, I think that's a great way to prove where you are at, especially if you're one of the older veterans in the division, like a Spence, like a Crawford. Giving somebody like a Boots or a Virgil Ortiz or, you know what I mean, a Stanionis or a Speedy Rashidi Ellis, giving one of these guys a shot at the title. That shows not only the true champion that you are, but it shows if you really are still at the top of your game. And that's one thing I praise like Boozy Innocent Company about, because they said, you know what, it's not like we coming at Spence or we coming at Crawford, we coming at whoever got the belt. I mean, period. You know what I'm saying? Like, we like these fighters, and even I like these fighters. But when I look at Jerron Business as far as skill set, I have to keep it real. You know what I mean? Like, Boots is, like, skill-wise, in my opinion, he's the best welterweight on the planet. He may not be the most accomplished, but skill-wise, skill set, IQ, especially for his age, being 25 years old, his skill set is phenomenal. And we still, according to his team, have not seen all the tools that he utilizes yet, because he is not for competition to bring all those tools out of the toolbox yet. Hence, fighting Spence, fighting Crawford, everybody says, you know what I mean? Like, these two guys, especially because they're top tier. Manny Pacquiao is my favorite fighter, personally, of all time. Probably second to Manny will probably have to be Mike Tyson. But he deserves that credit, man, not only for what he did inside of the ring, but just because of who Manny Pacquiao is. He's a fantastic human being, you know what I mean? A fantastic, legendary, first ballot Hall of Famer, hands down. And people like Spence, people like Crawford, they are trying to get to that level. Crawford thinks he's already a Hall of Famer, possibly, but they have not accomplished what a fighter like Manny Pacquiao has accomplished. And if Manny Pacquiao is still willing to fight these guys, that alone also, I mean, solidifies and puts Manny's name in that conversation as being the best. The fact that he's willing to test these young guys, that's what he wants to do. He wants to test these young guys. Even if he loses, I know that won't be, you know what I mean? Like, Manny Pacquiao probably wouldn't care. He just wants a great fight. That's all Manny Pacquiao ever wanted. He just wants to fight the best. He just wants to put on a great fight for the fans, for his countrymen, and for himself. I mean, that is the pure definition in its purest form of a true fighter. Not being able to fight, not being afraid to fight the best. Anybody who steps up can get it. You know what I mean? Even after a loss, you handle your loss with humility, dignity, and respect. That is Manny Pacquiao. So Manny Pacquiao versus Errol Spence, that will be a great fight. What if that fight happens? In my opinion, that fight could happen. That fight can happen. It's all about Errol Spence to PBC. I'm telling y'all, man, like, if they say Manny Pacquiao contract right now, Manny Pacquiao will make that fight, because he has said on multiple platforms, especially since he came back, that he will fight Spence, he will fight Crawford, and he most certainly will fight Floyd Money Mayweather. Will they fight Manny Pacquiao is the question. Talk Big, you stand up as your boy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if y'all think Manny Pacquiao versus Errol Spence not only can happen, but should happen, put your thoughts in the comments. Put your hearts in the comments. Don't put your soul. That is God's property. Talk Big, you stand up as your boy. Peace.